guys. Welcome to another episode of Equilibrium. I'm Bria.
I'm Tim.
It's my husband, Tim. So, do you know why I played Summertime Magic by Childish Gambino just now?
No, I didn't even know that's what it was.
You don't know that song?
No, I don't know it.
Why not?
I don't listen to Childish Gambino.
So Childish Gambino had hits back in the day.
Did he?
Not hits, but like some good songs. Like from, what was it, Camp or something? Then like...
It's news to me.
I can't think of the names of the songs right now, but he had some really good ones.
Yeah.
Summer is officially over. It's officially fall, which is why I'm wearing this orange, dress and with a burgundy nail, just to really give the effect.
That's why I'm wearing black. End of summer.
It's sad, right?
Yeah.
You like the fall, though.
I do like the fall weather, but it also means that winter's coming. I don't like winter weather.
Winter is coming.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Never watched it.
I don't watch it either. So, Timothy Lynn sorry, man.
Why did you...
Talk to me about college football. Big Auburn, just go.
Yeah, another week of football. Auburn, very disappointing performance again. They played Arkansas. They won 34-3, but it's a little misleading because most of their points were either from special teams or set up by special teams or defense. Had a very bad offensive performance. Stidham has regressed since last year.
Ooh, cute.
Regressed. Auburn just not impressing me right now. It's looking more and more like a Malzahn year, which, gave him an extension, so he's really performing like himself. So we'll have to see. I think we're probably going to end up losing 3 or 4 games this year. If we're lucky, maybe more.
Probably more.
Yeah, but Alabama, typical Alabama, typical for this year. Tua, another amazing performance, broke all of his career records, which, he's only played for like 4 games. So, had
career. 5
touchdowns, almost 400 yards passing, I think. Like, very solid performance. Bama won 45-23, 45-17 or something like that.
There should be a limit on how many points Alabama can get.
Yeah, there really needs to be a mercy rule.
Mercy rule, that's what it's called.
If Bama is up by more than 14 in the first quarter, you're done. Just call it quits.
Yeah, they're just going to keep killing you.
Only time you're coming back on Bama like that is if you have Cam, which, there's only one Cam. There's
only one.
Never going to be another Cam. I do think Tua is a better player than Cam, but Cam was the entire team. Tua has a lot of players around him. So, yeah, Tua, said this before, he's going to win a Heisman. He's the best. Yeah, I think it was Trent Dilfer, a former Super Bowl champion, that said this week that he is the greatest quarterback he's ever seen. I definitely agree with that.
All right, well, we'll see, Tim.
We will.
I have something else to say about football.
What do you have?
So it's a great segue into the fact that the Super Bowl will be in Atlanta this year, or February 2019. And
I know what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
About to talk about who was chosen for the halftime.
Let's get into it. But you already know it. So this is a great combination of your sports thing, my pop culture thing. Yeah. So they chose Maroon 5 to be the Super Bowl person. Which tell me your thoughts on it and I'll tell you what I think.
It would be very similar to them choosing someone like Taylor Swift.
So, okay.
Who wants to hear this in the Super Bowl in Atlanta?
But here's the thing. When they do the Super Bowl in other cities, they don't choose other musical acts necessarily from that city.
Okay. I get that. But how many people in Atlanta? Yeah, I get it. It's not supposed to have anything to do with where it's at. But how many people actually listen to Maroon 5 now anyway? Okay,
so Maroon 5, don't take away their hits. I feel like a lot of people that do perform at the Super Bowl perform their hits from, Lady Gaga performed last year. She wasn't she didn't have a current hit at the time.
I guess that's true.
They always perform their older hits. But another point of this is you have to, the acts that are at the Super Bowl aren't going to be Migos or Usher, 2 Chainz, like people that are actually from Atlanta. Like they're not going to put that on like prime time. And we're supposed to be boycotting the NFL.
Yeah,
you're not going to see like trap music performing during the Super Bowl. The people that watch NFL Super Bowl stuff don't want to see that.
Yeah, they don't want to see Taylor Swift.
They want to see Taylor Swift, Maroon 5.
But even with that, I don't think those people listen to Maroon 5. They're listening to like Dierks Bentley and like real like. But
it still has to be like mainstream top 40 though. Mainstream top 40 people like Taylor Swift could do it. I don't like Taylor Swift, but she could do it. Beyonce did it. Bruno Mars did it. Maroon 5 has had like a few hits this year.
He has this year?
It's more than one person.
I mean, they have this year?
Oh, I thought you just thought it was like Adam Levine. Yeah. They had like Girls Like Me, something like that, with Cardi B.
I hadn't heard that one.
But again, I mean, I probably won't watch the Super Bowl this year. Like the commercials have been trash lately.
Only way I'm watching it is if the Jaguars or Falcons are in it, which likely the Jaguars might be this year. But that's the only reason I would watch it. The commercials have been trash for the last 5 years.
I used to only watch the Super Bowl for the commercials or the musical act. So count me out.
Okay.
Also, they don't think my life matters.
They don't.
So moving on from that, you know who I saw this week?
Who'd you see?
So not that she was probably my least favorite character on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I saw Phaedra Parks.
I don't know who that is.
So, I didn't think you would. Phaedra Parks is the one that lied on Candy.
Don't know what.
Phaedra Parks had a workout video.
Oh, was she lying about Candy?
So
Doesn't everybody like Candy?
Right! So you like Candy too? She's one of your favorites?
I like Skittles and like M&M's.
Her name is Candy Burris. Do you know the song No Scrubs by TLC? Yes, you do.
I don't think so.
Anyway, so another piece of that is that Portia Williams, which is another housewife of Atlanta, she's not actually a housewife, but she's pregnant. So like Portia's pregnant, Kenya's pregnant now. Phaedra's no longer on the show. I just happened to see her and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Phaedra. It wasn't that big of a moment for me. I was just like, oh.
That's crazy.
Super crazy. Anyway, saw them. You love Kourtney Kardashian.
I don't love Kourtney Kardashian. I despise the other Kardashians. So Kourtney was the one that I didn't despise. And she's the only one that I thought was semi-attractive. Right.
So I asked him probably very early when I first met you, like when I still cared about or kept up with the Kardashians. I was like, hey, Tim, which one do you like the best? And so Tim was like, Kourtney. And I was like, that's strange. Like normally you always hear like people really like Kim. But
Kourtney has like the most normal body. She's not like shaped like a bug's life like Kim. Kim is hideous. Always has been to me. What's the other one? Chloe? Oh, she's like not even.
Do you like Kendall?
Well, when I watched that show like 2 episodes, if I even watched 2 episodes.
Well, Kendall now. She's a model now.
She was like 16 then.
Don't think of her then.
She still feels like a child, but Kendall, which one is Kendall?
Kendall's the really tall one, not the one. She's the only one without the baby.
I don't know what she looks like. I think the 2 younger ones look identical, so I don't. And like before their plastic surgery, they looked like somebody who would have been in like a, trading cards, like Pokemon cards before school. That's what she.
Are you making fun of people that traded Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z cards?
She just looked like she'd be one of those people, so nothing special.
Anyway, so Kourtney Kardashian is rumored to be dating Blackish star Luka Sabat. Do you know who that is? Not Blackish, Grownish.
Wow, get your shows right.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, you're supposed to be the expert on this.
I am an expert. It's just a slip of the tongue. My notes. You wrote my notes. They're incorrect.
Did I?
You're my producer.
Did I?
Anyway, so the thing is that everyone's making fun of Kourtney Kardashian because Luka is like 20 years younger than her.
I did see something about that actually on Instagram where people were making fun of it.
Yeah, but then people they weren't making fun of her. They're like, okay, it's just like double standard because Black China was dating the younger guy and they like tore her apart for that. But then Courtney's going and doing the same thing.
I don't know. Black China's been with like 40 people in
She's
the last
not.
2 months.
No, she's not.
Seems like it.
Anyway, so Tim and I watched a documentary on HBO talking about dating in the digital age. Obviously, what's so funny?
Nothing. It was just a funny documentary.
Tim is so insensitive to people and their feelings.
I just don't like sensitive people. Insecure, sensitive people. I will shred your life.
Okay. Well, so it was about the online dating apps and how people are just, again, the low self-esteem and how it's just affecting our interactions, and how people have now just kind of settled for like whatever, or they don't, like they're in like situationships.
It's not a real thing.
So it's, I mean,
people like to invent all these new terms like, ooh, I don't want to say that I'm in a committed relationship, so I'm in a blue gazi.
You know what? I'm sorry.
A blue gazi. That's what they're calling it.
So
That's what our marriage is. It's a blue gazi.
My marriage is a marriage. I'm in a committed relationship. So just talking about that.
Situationship.
Yeah, it was a lot of
fairy tale.
Well, they're not getting their fairy tales because they're just like on Tinder and Hinge and Bumble, and then like no one's really, it says like 80% of people are actually looking for a real relationship, but only like a very little amount of them get a real relationship.
Yeah. People that say they are not looking for a long-term relationship after like 21 years old, like if you're in college, yeah, okay, you're not.
You think that soon?
No, like if you're like that young, no, you're not looking for a long-term relationship. But if you are like nearing 30 years old and you're still saying that you're not really looking for a relationship, you're lying.
What if some people really aren't though?
It is human nature to want to be not alone. I think everyone is lying if they say they are not looking for a relationship.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of this as like, kind of take myself out of it. Because I know like me, obviously I don't really like you, nor am I in a happy relationship.
Obsessed with me.
But I'm just trying to think of like other people that I know that are like in their 30s, and I have one friend who's like in her 30s and like she doesn't have anyone, but she's like on these apps and stuff, and I just see her and she's like, like I don't really care anymore, like I'm just kind of on it for fun. And they said that was like a thing that just like they've like gamified the whole thing. It just becomes like a game.
Yeah.
And then, but then I know another person, he's in his 30s and he like met his like girlfriend of like 5 years. They like live together now on Tinder. It's just like
but it was probably him looking for the long-term relationship. Because I feel like girls are more apt to be looking for that up front, and guys are just on there like playing games.
Interesting. They did say that.
Like if you're meeting a guy, if you're looking to meet a guy for a long-term relationship, you're not going to go on Tinder. If I was using Tinder, I'm not looking for a relationship.
No?
I've heard too many stories. I'm not going on Tinder to look for a relationship.
Would you go on Bumble?
No,
Bumble's
I would not
the
use
one.
an app. I'm not using an app. I'd be finding like a friend that had a friend that was single.
But then most people are like already married off or like already have their people.
Most people are, but if you missed out, didn't find your person in college, you're going to have to find a diamond in the rough.
Tim's just so blessed to have me and have met me in college.
Yeah, I would probably be single till like 35, just because I'd be like coming home from work, stopping by Taco Bell, getting real fat.
You'd be so big.
Nah, I'd actually work out though. I stopped working out when I got into a committed relationship. Already got my woman.
Well, thanks. Just get bigger and bigger.
Belly going to
I would probably be very single. I don't know. I'd probably just like live at home. No, I don't really like going out. I don't like drinking. I don't like being outside of my house. So I probably would never like find anyone.
I like drinking. I like being outside of my house, but I don't know. I'd probably just be lazy and come home and play FIFA.
I would probably just like stay in my house and like craft and like buy soaps at Bath and Body Works. I love a good soap. Now that it's fall, can't wait till we get some new candles, new soaps. See, that's why I'd probably be alone.
Probably. You won't find any men in Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, true. So I could go to like...
Well, you won't find any straight men in Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, like
We are in Atlanta. We are in Atlanta.
You find a new friend. He's like probably really into soaps too.
Yeah.
And candles. White barn.
is that?
Maybe I could go, like, if I were to meet, I can't even think of anything that, like, places I like to go to meet guys. Like, my one friend I was telling you about, she was like, I want to meet someone in real life. So she goes to, like, football events, but she's into football. Like, I don't like any of that stuff.
Football is not a good place for that. Like, if I, like, in college, when I was going to a football game, I wasn't looking to meet girls. Like, you go hang out with the guys. Saturdays are for the boys. You haven't heard that phrase?
I guess so.
Like, you just go hang out with your guy friends, like, drink. Like, obviously there's girls at the tailgates and stuff, but you're not, like, looking for a relationship at a tailgate.
Really?
Absolutely not.
But what about when you're, like, what if you're there to, like, meet a friend of a friend? Like, what if your guy friend's like, hey, I'm going to bring this girl and her friend. It's for you. Like, you're not about that life.
If I'm going to watch a football game, I'm not.
What about, okay, so when we were in college and they'd have those little, like, frat house, like, frats and sororities, and they, like, have dates at the football games.
Yeah,
that's different?
I think that's different. Like, the frats would have dates for everything. They'd, like, create events just to have dates to go to stuff with.
I think I would be alone for the rest of my life.
Probably.
I don't think I don't like being around drunk people.
You gotta either meet people at work, you gotta meet people through people at work, through friends.
I guess, like you can meet them through people at work, I guess. But then you also have to, like, get through that barrier of just, like, being coworkers, like, just being friends, and then you have to, like...
Or you can be like my brother, who claims him and his wife met at Panera Bread, but we know you're lying.
What do you think they did?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can meet him, like, in a bakery. Okay, men don't go to bakeries by themselves.
Again.
Yeah, just a friend of a friend, like how I met you, just, like, randomly.
Exactly.
And then getting stalked, and then...
I was the one who was stalked.
Every day. You gotta let that go.
Every day, about time for me to leave work, I get a text. Hey, what are you doing tonight? You got plans for dinner? That was from you. Every time.
That is a lie.
I was busy.
This is 5 years in now. You gotta let that go.
You gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
You gotta accept.
You need to accept the fact that you stalked me and now you're the happiest you've ever been. That's all on my thing. Great stuff.
We didn't talk about Atlanta United.
Let's get into it. You didn't bring it up while we were in the sports section.
You cut me off and started talking about the halftime show, which I don't even care about the NFL. I do.
You don't.
I care about the NFL, but I do hope they lose a lot of money. So Atlanta United won yesterday. They actually won 2 games this week, maybe 3. I don't even know at this point. They just keep winning. They had a big game the other night where they came back from down. They were down 3-1 in the second half. Scored like 3 goals in the last 20 minutes or so. Won 4-3. Joseph Martinez.
Joseph. It's not Joseph.
It's Joseph.
It's Joseph. That's racist. I'm so sorry.
So anyway, Atlanta United yesterday or sometime this week, I don't know, sometime in the past, they clinched a bye for the first round of playoffs for this year. So first round, they don't have to play, automatically through to the second round, rest up for that second round matchup. You know, last year they bowed out against Columbus.
I saw that. That was bad. It was embarrassing.
Hopefully they'll be very well rested and be able to take down whoever they face in the second round this year. Got only 3-4 games left before playoffs start.
Well, I'm excited.
Okay. Me too. Yeah.
That's all the news you have.
I think that's it.
I will be looking for Miggy and Joseph.
Who's Miggy?
Miggy
Almiron?
Yeah, those are the 2 main ones.
Yeah. And Tito.
I don't know Tito. I don't want to get to know Tito.
Tito.
Did I tell you about some juice though with United? Remember that guy, like his girlfriend cheated with another player and he got kicked off the team? That's wild.
Hey, he didn't get kicked off the team. The rumor was they were going to get rid of him. I don't think they ever did. I think he's still playing.
So does everyone hate him, like not passing the ball?
No, it doesn't seem to be as much internal strife as they thought it would originally be.
It's his wife. It wasn't a girlfriend. It was his wife, right?
I thought it was just a girlfriend. I think it's just a girlfriend.
Oh, but the other guy that was cheating, he was married.
He was married.
someone would have been killed.
But yeah, the one guy he just found a new girlfriend, Buckhead, something.
Buckhead?
Yeah, probably just went out in Buckhead one night, found him a new girlfriend. He's
Why
like,
Buckhead?
He's like, I play for Atlanta United. They're like, oh.
It's probably in Bankhead.
Nah.
Yeah.
Doubtful. We'd stay away from Bankhead.
I want to go to Bankhead. We're going to see T.I. perform at the Super Bowl. T.I., Ludacris, 2 Chainz, Ursha Baby.
You're going to see them perform at the Super Bowl?
I'm going to go, and I'm going to see them at the halftime.
Why would they be performing?
Those are the better ones that I feel,
I mean, yeah, but they're not going to be performing. You're going to have Maroon 5 and probably like a Taylor Swift wannabe.
Who else is from here?
No,
we said Migos. There's so many of the main artists that are from Atlanta. Sierra.
They probably just can't show them on TV.
Bobby Brown.
National TV.
Bobby Brown's from Philadelphia. But
You're just obsessed with Bobby Brown, you weirdo.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Tim is getting a little angry and mean. So I'm doing something different where we'll have 2 parts to the show now because the episodes were getting too big and they're coming out to like almost an hour. So I'm going to split them in half. So part 2 of episode 12 will star Ashley Thompson, who is a fashionista. She has her own blog with all of her fashion. And she also taught me how to be a reporter. Super fun. Stay tuned for that. It's like part 2. So this will end and then you go. See you soon. Thank you.
Great. Bye.